Good morning everyone. Today, ang pag-aaralan natin ay ang pang-19 na aralin. So, tungkol ito sa inventories. Ito ang ating pang-19 na aralin. Ano nga ba, paano ba ang i-record ang inventories? Tapos na tayo sa ating pang-17, which is supplies, no? Record, marunong na tayong mag-record nun. Ito ngayon tayo, tapos na tayo sa cash. Review natin. Cash shortage, ang internal transactions, accounts receivable, doubtful accounts expense or bad debts. O yun, kapartner ay allowance for doubtful accounts. Notes receivable, interest income. Supplies, yung expense or inventory at the end. Tapos kasama dito sa supplies yung prepayments, yung remaining asset or the expense. Yun ang i-record natin. Yun yung mga internal transactions. Yung remaining asset and incurred expenses dun sa prepayments. Ngayon, merchandise inventory na tayo. Kung service business lang merong merchandise inventory. Pag service business, wala. Pagka manufacturing, hindi lang merchandise inventory. Ang tawag sa merchandise inventory ay finished goods inventory. Pero meron din tinatawag na raw materials inventory at work in process inventory. Pagka manufacturing, tatlong klase inventory nila. Raw materials inventory, finished goods inventory, at saka work in process inventory. Sa discussion natin, hindi kasama yung mga yon, merchandise inventory lang, in a merchandising concern. So, what is a merchandise inventory? Merchandise inventory is the goods owned by the business organization which are held for sale to the consumers or customers. Goods held for sale to customers, in short. Paano ba nire-record yung merchandise inventory? So, meron tayong dalawang system ng pagre-record ng merchandise inventory. Meron tayong tinatawag na periodic inventory system. At meron tayong tinatawag na perpetual inventory system. Anong pagkakaiba itong dalawa na to? Medyo may ulan dito. But we're going to continue with our discussion. So, uses, purchases. Anong ibig sabihin? Pag periodic inventory, pag bumili ng merchandise for resale, ang account na ginagamit o ang dinidebit na account ay purchases. Kapag perpetual inventory system, ang ginagamit na account pag bumili ay merchandise inventory. So, ito yung merchandise inventory. Yun ang pagkakaiba nila. Bumili yung business ng paninda, naka-debit purchases, credit cash or accounts payable. That is periodic inventory system. Bumili yung business ng merchandise, dinebit niya merchandise inventory, credit cash or credit accounts payable. Ang ginamit niyang system ay perpetual inventory system. So, ayan, purchases account ang ginagamit. Perpetual merchandise inventory. Okay? Sa periodic system, wala kang account. Let me go back to that presentation. Sa periodic inventory, ang nire-record mo lang, purchases. nabili mo, record ka sa purchases. Magkano binili mo, record mo. Pero pag nagbenta ka, hindi mo binabawasan yung purchases mo. So at the end of the period, ang total ng purchases mo, kung ilan talaga yung nabili mo. Pero yung naibenta mo, hindi mo makukwenta. Kasi puro debit ka lang sa purchases eh. Paano mo malalaman ngayon yung halaga ng naibenta mo na? So at the end of the period, magkoconduct ka ng physical count. Bibilangin mo isa-isa yung merchandise na natira. At dun sa listahan mo ng binili mo, ima-minus mo yung natirang inventory, tsaka mo palang makukuha yung cost of goods sold mo. So walang record ang cost of goods sold. Ang may record lang purchases. At the end of the period, i-compute mo yung cost of goods sold kasi wala kang record. Unlike sa perpetual inventory system. Magre-record ka, bumili ka, debit merchandise inventory, credit, cash, or accounts payable. Nagbenta ka, debit, cash, credit, or accounts receivable debit, credit, sales, credit, cash, or accounts receivable and credit sales. Pero, meron ka pang isang entrada. Dahil perpetual inventory system ka, nire-record mo lahat sa merchandise inventory account yung binili mo. Pag nagbenta ka, dapat aalisin mo rin dun sa merchandise inventory yung binenta mo. So, anong mangyayari? Magkakaroon ka ng isa pang entrada. Debit cost of goods sold and credit merchandise inventory. So, dalawa ang accounts na mini-maintain sa periodic, sa perpetual inventory system. Merchandise inventory account and cost of goods sold account. Wala ang cost of goods sold account na ledger sa periodic. Dumadating lang ang cost of goods sold sa end of the period dahil kino-compute. Hindi katulad dito sa perpetual inventory system, merong account na doon ka magre-record ng mga transaction para sa sales o para sa cost ng sales. So, at the end of the period, titignan mo na lang yung ledger na yon ng cost of goods sold at merchandise inventory account. Para malaman mo, magkano yung cost of goods sold. Kung hindi ka na magkukwenta, kasi naka-total na yun doon. Yung merchandise inventory mo, hindi ka na magbibilang kasi nakalista na doon kung ilan yung balance. Yun ang pagkakaiba. Kaya magbilang ka o hindi ka magbilang, meron ka ng, for financial statement purposes, meron ka ng inventory. Ngayon, perpetual inventory, hindi ka required magbilang for purposes of presenting a financial statement. Pero, for purposes of audit, gusto mong makasiguro na yung merchandise inventory account na yan ay correct, magkukonduct ka pa rin ng physical count. Para lang i-match mo yung physical existence ng inventory dun sa records ng inventory. Sana maging clear yan sa inyo. Periodic, kailangan magbilang to get the cost of goods sold. Perpetual, hindi na kailangan magbilang kasi naka-record naman ang cost of goods sold. Periodic, hindi gumagamit ng merchandise inventory account sa pagre-record ng transaction. Ang ginagamit ay purchases account. Perpetual, ang ginagamit ay merchandise inventory account. So, ito yung formula pagka kukumpute na yung cost of goods sold at the end of the period using the periodic system of inventory. So, beginning inventory plus purchases is equal to cost of goods available for sale. Minus, ito, magbibilang ka, ending inventory is equal to the cost of goods sold. Let's take an example. Aralin for merchandising has beginning inventory of 100,000, has paid 170,000 for purchases, and its physical inventory count reveals an ending inventory cost of 80,000. The calculation of its cost of goods sold is beginning inventory. So, beginning inventory plus 270,000 minus 80,000 ending inventory. So you have 190,000 cost of goods sold. So pag-present ng financial statement, ilalagay yan. Sa paggawa rin ng mga closing entries. Adjusting entries and closing entries. Kailan ba tinatawag na adjusting entries? Kailan ba closing entries? Kapag merchandise inventory, yun yung question eh. Ano ba yung merchandise inventory adjustment or adjusting entry? Closing entry ba yan or adjusting entry? So, sa pag-analyze natin ng external and internal transaction, malalaman natin kung internal closing entries din or adjusting entry. So, tingnan muna natin to. Accounting for merchandise inventory using periodic system. So, debit purchases, credit cash, or accounts payable. Sinabi ko na yan kanina. Kapag kapag nagsole ka, kunyari, purchase, ay hindi. Bakit ito na, anong entrada mo po? Periodic system. Debit purchases, credit cash, or accounts payable for purchases. Ito sa ano na, to close at the end of the period, i-record mo na yung, ita-transfer mo na yung purchases mo sa inventory account mo. Kasi purchases yan eh, paano mo ma-consider na inventory. So at the end, adjusting entry to, adjusting entry, you debit the inventory for the total of purchases and you credit the purchases to erase purchases. So, cost of goods sold, yung kinompute natin, yun ang i-debit natin based on the computation and you credit the merchandise inventory. Kasi pag hindi mo transfer yung purchases mo, dun sa cost of goods sold mo, saan mo i-minus? Sa purchases. Tapos, paano nangyari? Paano yung purchases mo at the end of the period? Lalabas mo. Paano yung inventory mo? Paano mo set up? So, para ma-set up mo yung inventory, lahat ng purchases mo, i-credit mo, i-debit mo ang total sa merchandise inventory. And then, you get the cost of goods sold through computation. You debit the cost of goods sold and you credit the merchandise inventory. Another way to record the inventory and cost of goods sold is as follows. I-debit mo na yung cost of goods sold, i-debit mo na yung merchandise inventory kasi nabilang mo na naman yan eh. So, yung purchases mo, meron kang record. I-distribute mo na sa cost of goods sold on merchandise inventory yan at the end of the period. Kasi at the end of the period ka lang naman magbibilang eh. So, pag nabilang mo na yan, pwede mo nang i-debit yung cost of goods sold per computation at saka yung merchandise inventory at i-credit mo na yung purchases. To record, this is to record sales transaction in a periodic system, debit accounts receivable or cash and then credit sales. Wala ka ng corollary entry. Wala ka ng pagre-record ng magkano yung cost na nagbenta. Ito yung mga advantages and disadvantages ng periodic inventory system. Delayed information, kasi at the end of the period mo pa malalaman yung cost of goods sold mo. Errors resulting from estimates. Kasi yung paano mo ba i-cost yung inventory mo dahil hindi naman yan nakalagay kung magkano talaga yung ibinenta mo. Gagamit ka ng different forms of pricing inventory which is not actual. Kundi meron tayong tinatawag na first in, first out, weighted average. Hindi na yun yung actual cost ng binenta mo. Massive adjustment for obsolescence and losses and not scalable. Okay. Accounting for merchandise inventory using perpetual inventory system. Noong araw, kasi wala pang pang computer, wala pang electronic recording of merchant transactions, ang sinasabi na yung perpetual inventory system applicable lang sa malalaking units ng paninda. Kunyari, house, car yung binibenta, furniture, malalaking items na konti lang, hindi katulad sa hardware na marami, ginagamitan ng perpetual inventory kapag konti lang yung inventaryo na malalaki yung halaga. Pero ngayon kasi may electronic system na eh. Kahit na maliliit na items yan, kung computerized yung system, pwede yung perpetual inventory system. So, paano ba ginagamit yung perpetual inventory system? Debit to record purchases. Ang naka-debit sa iyo ay inventory. Credit, accounts payable, or cash. Depende kung utang. And then, to record freight in cost associated with the delivery of inventory. So, pag merchandising, yung cost ng freight or yung pamasahe sa pagbili, pag sa Lazada, kung nagbayad ka ng freight sa Lazada, kasama yon sa cost ng inventory. Dinidebit mo yung inventory for the cost of transportation. To record the sale. Take note, whether perpetual or periodic, basta transportation expense ay part ng cost of goods yun. To record the sale, tingnan nyo, dalawa entrada. Una, i-record mo yung sales transaction, debit, accounts receivable or cash, and credit revenue. Ang susunod, i-record mo yung movement ng inventory. Kasi nabawasan yung inventaryo mo eh. So, you debit the cost of goods sold and you credit the inventory. To record a downward inventory adjustment of 800 caused by inventory theft detected during an inventory count. Yun, kailangan mo magbilang para ma-detect mo yung shortage or yung kulang. Nagiging adjustment yun, internal transaction yun, parang cash shortage yun. So, or may mga nasisira, may mga nagiging obsolete. Nagiging adjusting entry yun. So, you debit the expense, obsolescence, shrinkage, and you credit the inventory. Yun maganda sa perpetual kasi makikita mo na kung ano yung mga nasisira at yung may mga damage. Na-charge mo ng tama. Nalalaman mo ano talaga yung naibenta mo ng ayos kaya nawala sa inventaryo at nawala sa inventaryo dahil lang sa shrinkage or obsolescence. Hindi katulad na perpetual, periodic, sama-sama na sila at the end of the period, hindi mo na alam bakit nabenta ba yan or ano, basta tumaas yung cost of goods sold mo. Kasi eto na lang yung natira. Wala kang masyadong analysis. Dito, sa perpetual, may analysis ka. So, summary of internal transactions on merchandise inventory. If the method being used is periodic inventory system, the merchandise inventory is to be determined through actual physical count to set up the cost of goods sold to determine the actual merchandise inventory to be recorded as an asset in the financial statement. The internal transactions will be the cost of goods sold considering that there is no source document to support the journal entry. So, nagiging internal transaction yung cost of goods sold. At saka yung merchandise inventory. Kasi walang source document eh. If the method being used is perpetual inventory system, the internal transactions that should be recorded will be the losses and obsolescence found during the physical count to check the reconciliation of the balance per book and the actual balance per physical count. There is no need to set up the cost of goods sold because the perpetual inventory system provides for the recording of cost of sales during every transaction. So kapag ka-periodic inventory system, ang internal transaction mo, yung cost of goods sold. Kasi wala na yung source document. Pero pagka-perpetual, dahil may source document naman yung cost of goods sold mo during the transaction of sale, ang magiging, ang magiging adjusting entries mo will be on the losses and obsolescence. Sa periodic, wala kang losses and obsolescence kasi lahat yan naka-charge sa cost of goods sold. Okay, sa pang-20 aralin na tayo next meeting or next video. Sana may natutunan kayo dun sa ating pag-discuss ng perpetual and periodic. Mastery niyo yun. Kasi magkakaiba ng approach from recording to activity at the end of the period and adjusting entries or recording of internal transactions. God bless everyone and keep safe. Share and subscribe. Marami pa tayo hanggang makarating kayo sa taxation. Kung talagang interested kayo sa accounting, taxation is one of the hardest topics. Meron pa akong pin-repair na lesson dito for partnership and corporation. Huwag kayong aalis sa channel kasi marami kayong matututunan. Till our next video. God bless.